Hi, I'm Randy MacLean, the president of WayPoint Analytics, and I have with me today in Scottsdale Dr. Jeanne Hurlbert. Jeanne is got a PhD in sociology, does a lot of survey work for government and very large corporate entities, and for us. And so I wanted to introduce you to her. In this particular video, we want to talk about having fast and effective problem resolution because that's really important for customers. So in trying to find out how people feel about customer service, and this is and problem resolution, and this is one of the most difficult areas to survey, I think.
It is. It's very tough. And I think there's sort of two core things, or maybe three, that you need to be doing. Number one, you've got to be getting quantitative data. Okay, it's not enough to read what's on your blog or listen to what your internal customer service people. You've got to be measuring this on an ongoing basis, and not just the people who called into customer service. Overall, in your as part of your ongoing touch points with your customers as they move through the customer life cycle, you need to constantly be asking, did you have a problem in the last 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is? And the interval needs to be short enough so they're going to remember. And if so, was it resolved? And you need quantitative data. One reason that you need the quantitative data is because if you're just reading through comments, we're all so sensitive. I mean, our businesses are like our babies.
Right.
And so when I read these comments, it's easy to be swayed. So I want to make sure I know what percentage had a problem, what the nature of the problem was, and what percentage were happy with the resolution. So I want that quantitative measure to do that. And even with the open-ended responses, don't just read through them, because your mind is going to trick you and mislead you about what you see and how pervasive it really is. You actually need to code them. Get a spreadsheet, sit down, figure out what the 3 or 5 themes are in there and how many people hit those themes. Because when you actually look at the numbers, so you're actually taking qualitative data and turning it into semi-quantitative data. And now you're helping yourself really represent accurately what's going on, as opposed to just letting your brain lead you where it wants you to go.
Now I love that, because that's one of the techniques that a top-end pro would use to make sure that they weren't misinterpreting what they were reading. And I frankly just didn't know what the mechanics of that were, and that's actually really smart.
Yeah, it's actually simple.
Yeah. So what about day-to-day service? How do you stay on top, or what suggestion would you have so maybe the president knows how well they're doing on a service level?
Well, the president or the C-level person ought to periodically be a field researcher in their own company. And there's a very simple way to do that. You get your customer service number, you call it up, and you see what happens.
Oh. Yeah, and I can't tell you how many times I've dreamed it would be nice that the president of some giant megalith corporation, if their customer service would be so poor and so inaccessible if they ever had to use it.
Right.
And so I think that's actually a really good suggestion. You can stay on top, and I guess the good thing is, thinking as a business owner myself, if I called and got great service from somebody, I would have the opportunity to go back and give them a pat in the back and reward them for having done it.
That's right.
And if I got the opposite, then I would have a chance to make sure that changed right away. Because if you got people calling you every day and being driven off by your customer service department every day, that is death for a company.
Oh yeah, seriously. And the best way to find it out is just go in just as anyone else would.
Wow, that's fantastic. Great point.